The views, thoughts, and opinions on this podcast belong only to the hosts and the guests. They don't necessarily reflect any organization or sponsors connected to us. We aim to keep things accurate, but everything you hear is shared for information, conversation, and entertainment. We're going to dive into good laughs, tough talks, and that genuine feel that you came for. So get comfortable, relax into the vibe, and let the moment unfold. This is Keep It Clean. Lock in.
Because if that means if saying it now, did you always say it? Then two, if you say it now,
Is this needed? Is it accessible? Does it change up everything? What's y'all's thoughts? They make any. There's a game that's second place. Yeah, that's second place.
Tell me why I'm watching a game on ESPN. One of the banners in the background is YouTube TV for the game, but we can't even watch it. How does that make sense?
$20. I don't want no $20. I want the game.
Every time you see me, I keep it clean like a coaster.
We back, still black, man. That's it. That's all I got for the intro. We keep it simple, bro. This is the Keep It Clean team, bro. We are here. We're here to have fun, man. For y'all that are at home watching, man, I love this time of year, and every time y'all are gonna view us, it's just smiles across the face because we talk about certain sports, but it's like our heart be on that court for real, bro. It really do, man. I was going back watching some of the old episodes, like even from the start of January on both sides of the platform. It's like, man, yeah, but March Madness right there. Pat Bev is in some trouble. Jason Williams took over the pod. Who's better, Carmelo or Kate? Like all the talks, because you know what time of year it is. We love every other sport. You see what I got on. This ain't a basketball jersey, but the boys is here, man. The boys is here. And while you here as well, please like, comment, and subscribe, man. YouTube, TikTok, and Twitter at Keep It Clean Show. Instagram at The Keep It Clean Show. Help us learn. Help us figure out what it is that you like. Add to the conversation, man. Depending on how it goes, you might get thrown up here. I've seen a couple of requests. Abe, they was talking about you and Jamel for the WNBA clip, talking about add me to the show. I was like, hey man, you might have to go through trials. We might do a one-off for you. Just to see you can step on the court. Not everybody can wear Kobe appropriately. You dig what I'm saying, man?
That's right. That's right.
You know what I'm saying? But as especially since we have a new TikTok page and a new YouTube page, it would be greatly appreciated if you go and follow us. And if you're watching the videos, please like the videos. The likes go a long way. It helps us figure out certain things, and it just helps us get in the algorithm. So thank you for all that. But I'm your host, Ray. We got two good brothers with us today from the Midwest, east of the Lou. Mr. Ev, how goes it?
It goes great. How y'all doing? I'm happy to be here.
Man, yeah, man. I'm gonna get on you a little bit, man, but it's not just you.
Yeah, because we're gonna have to break this open. Hey, Ev, we don't need you talking to us like an R&B talk show host in the middle of the night, dog.
All right.
Come on, man.
This is the smooth storm.
Quiet storm, Quiet storm radio. You gotta shout out. Just for your lover. This is for your lover.
You trying to get
what Babyface saying? This is for the cool. This is for the cool.
Yeah.
All y'all that roll around don't know you got that whip appeal. It's all right. It's me, Ev, in the building. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Man, the Lakers' #1 defender. Things that Luka don't do, Mr. Abe.
Yo, these intros are getting wild. It's crazy. I'm with the fellas. We talking sports and life and all that. It's a good time. I'm happy to be here.
Yes, sir. So, as I told y'all last week, I appreciate y'all pulling up. We are starting to merge things together. I will make it a point to let y'all know what this type of week is going to be. If it's directly sports, I'll tell you up front. I don't even want to waste your time. What I would love for you to do, if you find out it's directly sports, go watch one of our old episodes, because we got some gems. We got some gems in there, right? If it's not, it's going to be a mix. And I'll give you a heads up. You know why? Because we doing the cleaning list. The cleaning list, man. So just like today, it's not just a sports episode. We got a few things that we could touch on. We got questions that's going to be popping up. Abe said he got a question. I got a question for the team. Iceman, Mr. Aubrey Drizzy Drake, he announced what day his album is supposed to be coming out. We're going to say what that looks like. NBA playoffs. live and in effect, I hope y'all know that there might be a little bit of distractions as you're watching because you know it's on in the background. I don't want to lie to you. That's not who I am.
Yeah.
Hawks is putting a little bit of a whooping on the Knicks as we speak, right? AJ Brown has now signed with the Patriots, but did he sign to a team that may not have the coach that he was hoping for? We don't know. We don't know. But we'll break that down and more, man. Let's get to it. Who wants to go first for the solos?
I'm gonna go ahead and get started, man. I got a couple bozos I want to talk about. First, Paul Pierce. Hey, man, you're an uncle. You're a grandpa. You're dad. You're not a young ball player no more. All right, getting in child support battles with young tenderonis, nigga. Y'all almost 50.
Happened? Oh no.
Oh yeah, he's in a paternity like case battle with he has a 2-month-old child.
At 50?
It's like old nigga, man. Like he's Scottie Pippen. Yeah. He was a bozo for that. Like hey man, get out the game. You one of them. You got into your podcast bag. You started talking about what women should be. You started doing all the things. And here you are, banging. Cut it out. So that's one. Next one, Shannon Sharp. The good brother. The dumb brother, Shannon Sharp. You did nothing wrong. It's your platform. I have to be honest, brother. You're a terrible interviewer. We all know this. But you're just bad, man. The Mike Beasley interview, you were horrible. That man was sitting up there crying, pouring his heart out. That Negro needed a hug.
Yeah.
And you was still up there just trying to pull out to get like tidbits of information. You were just pouring out, and like just trying to get gossipy information. And like it was, first off, the nigga told you, man, I'm the greatest one-on-one player. Like I had to beat everybody. Don't turn your goof ass around. So nobody could beat you. Come on, man. And so,
said, did I stutter?
So those are my two bozos, and I'm starting to realize I have a thing for people with double initials. I think I got a bad thing for them. Jim Jones, Shannon Sharp, Paul Pierce. I think people with the double initials just got some issues.
Yo, that's very specific. Shout out to you for even.
I think that. Like I got, what I'm saying, you realize it's a trend. I got issues with people like double initials. I think it's a trend.
That's fair. It for me. That's fair. I hadn't even thought about that because you have for sure tagged Jim Jones a few times. Shannon, yeah, we cook Shannon, and dang man, Paul Pierce is another one too. Because just now you gotta sit across from KG. That ain't it, Lord. What are you doing? What are you doing? That's not the truth you're trying to live right now, man. Not at 50. Not at 50. Abe, you want to go or you want me to go? Either way works.
I got my bozo. I can just knock this out.
Okay.
So my bozo of the week is going to be the New York Knicks fans. So this is directed at you guys because you have the pride of the MSG. You guys have the pedigree of being a great fan base and bringing the intensity to the game, and booing your own team is crazy, but that's what you guys are known for. So hey, who am I to judge, right? The one thing y'all gotta stop doing is riling up a player that can change. CJ McCollum was looking over at the sidelines having a field day. It wasn't just Spike. It wasn't just a couple of the celebrities on the side. He was looking in the 18th row, talking to whoever he needed to talk to, smiling, letting them know it's going to be a long day. You did this with Trae Young. Trae Young, they call him Ice Trae. That started because of what he was doing to y'all.
That's a fact.
Let's not get it twisted. You guys have made villains throughout the year. Kobe 62, LeBron 61. Like, if you want to talk about what you guys have done, you've created villains. Don't get me started with Reggie Miller in the choke, Tyrese Halliburton with the choke. Like, that you have created villains that have harmed your team in front of you while they locked eyes with you.
Mm-hmm.
Understand you're the bozo of this week because CJ McCollum went absolutely nuts because you fed into him. There's a time and a place. If you're up 20 and things ain't looking great, get to cheering. Get to cheering. But if you see homeboy on a heater and you see him talking back to you, shut it. Shut it. Because that right there just lets you know he's feeling good. He can play an entire NBA basketball game at full speed and look at you and let you know, this man. And you still gonna feed him? Stop it.
Yeah. Now that you say that, man, there's a lot of villains that got started in Madison Square Garden. That's tough. And if they lose this year, again, we're gonna touch on it. If y'all
Win.
Is this a rivalry? New York and Atlanta?
It's turned into one. It's turned into one.
Okay. Because it
I
hasn't
would
been
say it
really
lost
active
steam now because I think it lost steam one with the Hawks becoming worse over the years. Trae Young now because it was really a Trae Young versus New York thing.
Right.
So now with Trae being gone, but I think now, especially if this, and mind you, we're recording this on during Game 3 while we talk about the Knicks and Hawks. If it's going how it's going currently, absolutely it'll be a rivalry.
Yeah. And the reason why I'd say yes to that, to agree with Ev, is because if you look at how it's been going lately, they have had to run into each other at some point. So there might have been a couple off years, but primarily since Trae has been there, a little before that, maybe, like New York and Atlanta have had to see each other just about every year. So it's becoming one of those forced rivalries.
Yeah.
Have to hate each other because of what happens.
And to your point, it might expand beyond Trae because New York is consistently creating villains. You know, because I will say, to a Knicks fan credit, I could have been in the crowd and wouldn't have thought CJ McCollum was going to do that. Because the CJ McCollum we've been seeing as of recently does not equate to that.
Right.
You know, so, you know, they got a little testy. And sometimes you just got to deal with the consequences. You missed this game. You know what I'm saying? You missed. Like, I wouldn't have seen the Wizard CJ didn't tell me he was still doing that. The Pelican CJ didn't tell me he was still doing that.
Right.
He was doing that like he was from there. Like, y'all forgot. Me at the Rucker, you remember? Yeah. Okay. I have a pseudo bozo and highlight and a second highlight. My first set of bozos is Arsenal. You losers, you bums, you garbage players as a team. You know what it is. It's big city in here. I haven't seen a situation, just for context, and because I know y'all really don't watch soccer like that. So I'm just gonna give you the game. It's hard to compare it to the NBA, but imagine that the championship didn't have to go through playoffs, right? And y'all's respective team, Warriors, Lakers, doesn't matter, has a 9-game lead on the table with just a month left to go. And then they fumble 8 of them games. And then the second place team catches up and they have to play each other, which is essentially saying whoever wins this game wins the season, because the games after this are some dirt, and they got in there and got stomped on. Because we like that. We're like that. We're still the winners. Y'all are bums. Don't come this way. Don't talk to us. All that yip yapping and jaw jacking. If you scared, go to church. And you were. I'm sorry, bro. All them Arsenal fans, I was hitting my lines. They were celebrating early. Man, it's been so long. I haven't seen this since I've been alive. You still ain't seeing it. Bucko, it's done. It's cooked for you, man. Y'all still ain't winning the league, right? United's better than y'all, and I hate saying that. That's our rivals. That's like me giving the Saints credit. United's better than y'all. Y'all can't take over when Chelsea falls off. We don't even know about Liverpool right now, and you smoked it with a 9-game lead. And by the way, y'all still ain't ever won the Champions League since y'all's existence. Don't talk to us. Don't talk about who beat me till you beat me, and you didn't. Anyways, shout out to City.
I like that.
Yeah, the passion. I like it.
Yeah. Now, Abe, you've dealt with me for a decent amount of time. There's a running joke that's happened in the chats that Ev and I have been involved in, whether it be Battle Rap or some of our side chats, where I get a little technical and they call me Lawyer Larry. Well, in the essence of Lawyer Larry, we haven't gotten a chance to talk about it because we're still figuring out some things. But I do want to highlight the good brother Afroman, because buddy,
Oh,
He did his thing.
this song, sweet.
Did his thing. Shout out to him.
good sir, man. I don't believe that you planned for this, because you made it very, very clean about why you were here. You would not be here if they did not go into your house. That's such a straight up and down answer, man. So for the people that don't know, really quick rundown. If you haven't missed it, I hate your algorithm. Or if you have missed it, your algorithm is boo-boo if this did not cross your timeline, because it brought in all the groups. Someone filed a false tip. Allegedly, the person that filed the false tip in the area that he lived in was a crackhead, right? For lack of better words. And they believed in the tip. Went to his house while he was out of town. His wife with his kids, they were there. SWAT went through. They raided everything, took pictures in front of cameras, took his money and a few other things, right? Again, broke down his door, and it wasn't anything to do with him. So he asked, "Hey, man, y'all gonna pay me back?" And the cop laughed in his face. Well, in order to make some money back, the good brother Afroman, who for the most part, no disrespect to his name, most of us only know for one song, maybe two.
Because I got
You know,
One.
Colt 45.
Oh,
Colt
yeah,
45 had a
Oh,
little
shit.
spin.
Yeah.
You know,
That's like
okay, Colt 45 had a little
I
spin,
forgot about
right?
Colt 45.
You know, so he puts out music. He does some work to try to get the money back to, you know, get his doors in his house repaired. In them videos, it just so happened to be him making songs about these officers. Well, these officers, they got in a tizzy. they were befuddled at this buffoonery that this gentleman was putting out. Mind you, this is in Ohio. That's why I think this is the funniest thing, because out of all the states to pull this off in, only other person I know that's successfully living in Ohio is Dave Chappelle, right? So fast forward, officers sue him, saying that he was saying defamatory things. And I don't have the words to dress up how hilarious this whole lawsuit was, let alone the actual trial for the lawsuit. I just want y'all to go do your due diligence, man. The courtroom footage, again, man, he accused, I don't want to say he accused. He made a song that, you know, one of the officers' wives was cheating on him, and then she was getting back shots. And on the stand, when the lawyer asked him, well, did she cheat on you? I don't know. I just don't know anymore. It's like, that's not what you're supposed to say. But like, hey, look, shout out to Afroman. He beat y'all with an all-American suit on.
Mm-hmm.
He never turned off.
Crazy. That was crazy.
Top to bottom, Americans with the glasses. He had the sunglasses to match in court. I don't even know what court this is. I took away from this
How
trial.
did he get away with that?
Yeah,
I don't know that, and that kind of brings me to my overarching point. For the last 3 years, especially when it involves rappers, the legal system has looked so foolish, from Young Thug with Lil Woody on the stand to Afroman. We done seen who else has gone up there and has some dumps. We're still in YNW Melly's trial. It's been 8 years.
ASAP Rocky.
ASAP.
That
clear footage of him with never mind.
Thank you, bro. Even the trash way that the Diddy situation was handled, I don't know what it is with the legal system and trying rappers. It's disappointing as a lawyer, Larry. It's very disappointing. But shout out to Afroman for beating that, man. Let's get into these topics. I'm gonna start with what's next for the Warriors, man. Let's do an easy basketball one. Focusing strictly on the Warriors. Steve Kerr, is he gone?
I think so. I don't. The only reason I think so is because it's a picked up conversation, and for Draymond to come out and say, I ain't never heard Draymond kiss Steve Kerr ass as much as he kissed his ass the moment that they got eliminated from that play-in game. And it sounded like it didn't even sound like hey, this guy's about to retire. It sounded like, hey, I'm trying to save his job.
Right.
Like that's what it kind of sounded like to me.
That's
And
what
it's yeah, like, and it's like, hey, like if this is it, I love me some Steve Kerr, man. Like he was the guy that did this, all this. So that's a little bit different. You got Steph getting older, and again, you got another year now. You got Jimmy Butler with a torn ACL. Like you had it where this year should have been a competitive year, especially with how the previous year went when you finally had Jimmy Butler. People forgot when they get traded for Jimmy Butler, they turned into like they were one of the better second half defensive teams the rest of that year. And so everybody said, man, if you give them the full season healthy, they're going to be great. What happened this year? You get him in an injury last year, Steph getting hurt. So when you add another year to that, man, they're cooked. And it all goes back to they put themselves in this situation. They put themselves in a situation by mishandled draft situations, mishandled players. And I got to blame Steve Kerr just a little bit too. He's piss poor development of young guys because he came in and won now. He stayed and won now. That's the gift and the curse of the team that you got gifted. Shout out Mark Jackson. That's the gift and curse of this evolution. So I just think now is the ultimate rebuild. There's been rumors of, hey, do you send Steph Curry off so he can still go and compete? I think they're going to make one last splash for a free agent, but I don't know what it's going to do because you just got to think about health of these players.
Was Splash intentional because he's a Splash brother, or did that just happen to land there?
I think it just landed because I was thinking about free agent Splash.
Off the dome.
You know what I'm saying? We try things here.
Yeah.
We try things. I respect the jumper.
I'm gonna keep it clean. It just came there. I would have lied and said, no, I did that intentionally. No,
no, I respect jumpers.
It was good. It was good. I'll say this to your point, Ev. I agree. Draymond was up there definitely. You know what I'm saying? Because he wanted to make sure. The only person that would use Draymond Green the way that we see fit is Steve Kerr. So if that's your guy and he's going to keep you on the floor the way you want to be on the floor, I think that's a main reason why he definitely was up there, tailoring to Steve Kerr. With that being said, though, I think that those keep Steve Kerr if they keep Steph. Because I believe they love the dynamic between them two. And if I think from watching what we see, Steph likes Kerr and vice versa. So that's who you have to keep happy. If Kerr is the one that comes to you and says, hey, man, I'm trying to make one last push, Kerr got to go, I think it all comes down to that. I mean, we obviously know with player development, especially with young guys, he's not that great. Watching Kuminga go crazy right now, in Atlanta is like prime example number one, but it's not number one. It's like number 7, multiple times with him. So we know that he does not care about young talent. There are plenty of coaches like that. I've had college coaches like that. You come in young, they look at you and they go, I really don't like young talent. Who recruited you? Just like, I'm here. What do you mean? And it's one of those things where you get put into a rough situation. I think as long as they are older, Kerr's your guy. Like I said, this is to your point. If they go younger, Kerr's got to go. Yeah. And if Kerr goes, Draymond's gone. Some of these other guys they're just gone because there's no space for them. I would love to see Golden State give Steph up so that way he can go somewhere and be competitive and try to play for a championship. What you have to pay to get Kerr, I have no idea. That might be too heavy for a team. Kind of like what KD said. I don't want to go somewhere where you have to deplete the team in order for. So even though he'd only be there for a few years, that's still a heavy ticket sales and everything else that you're going to gain from getting Steph Curry is going to come at a price. So I just don't know if that'll be what he wants to do mentally, or even if he wants to uproot his family or anything like that. So those things kind of come into place now when you're a family man.
I just thought about something real quick too with Golden State. I don't think they get rid of nobody now. this is what, year 2 or year 3 in that new in that new arena.
Yeah.
Nah.
Got paid to take it.
Exactly. And you got all, because you got to think, and that was the part of that whole move that messed them up. You got to think they was in the trenches. They was for the hood. They was like when they were in Oakland. But then you moved here with the Tech Bros. You got to keep them happy because all them people is the ones invested into your game now. So yeah, I think now you got to keep Steph because that's the guy you got to keep. You got to pray he don't get hurt no more with him getting older. But you got to stay competitive, and you got to stay superstar present.
You're on the West Coast. You're in a great market. You gotta keep butts and seats. Period.
I think that hug. I see a lot of what y'all are saying. I think that hug that Draymond gave Steve at the end of that game that they were losing. I think he whispered in his ear goodbye because they both gone. That's the way I saw it, bro. You know, that was their last hurrah. I'm with y'all on the fact they keep Steph. I do. Yeah. We have to remember that the Clippers losing gave them, don't they have a lottery pick now? So you
OKC, or are you talking about the war?
Golden State?
Oh yeah, they have 14 now. They got they have a lottery pick. That's the thing. Because honestly, if they'd have won that game and made the playoffs, it would have been the stupidest decision for them. Because if you win, you get stuck at 15 because we know you're not going to win the first round. But with them losing, you have a chance at 1 through 14. So any pick is better than.
So the Clippers helped out another team, is what you're telling me?
Yes. So now to me is like you could keep Steph. Jimmy's coming back. You still might be interesting enough to Giannis. Still, because now with the lottery pick, if you get a potential lottery pick, that's a trade piece, which just lands it there. You're at least within the conversation of it. That's not including anybody else. I still think we see something of that investigation. Who knows? You get Kawhi. I don't know, right? But you still have Steph there. And I do think that the Warriors try to make a push. However, I might have pushback on the stadium thing. I don't think they care. There's been nothing but complaints from the San Francisco residents since they've been there. And you don't want to lose your money because as a taxpayer, you do have to pay for that. I might also be of the belief if Steph was to leave, this is the year. And I don't think he charges a big bag. I think he just really would go somewhere for a reasonable price for a year or two. Because that sneaker endorsement that he's more than likely to sign. Do what?
So my other question to that, I'm sorry to cut you off.
No, you're good.
It's still under contract.
I think he is.
Because if he can go easily just like self-sign somewhere, then obviously, he's not worth that. You know, he could charge less and be like, I'll take whatever. But if he's still under contract, you have to trade for him, and that's where the money kind of gets a little.
But his contract is just through next year. So if you're going to do it, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you get a lottery pick and I can get something back for Steph.
I want that extension if I'm trading for Steph. Yeah.
Exactly.
You know, and again, I don't think he would try to charge you. I think whatever sneaker endorsement he may or may not sign is going to be enough for whatever he's making.
That's
going to be a commercial darling wherever he goes, you know? So, but I think Steve and Draymond are out of there. And to Steve's credit, despite the complaints that he had, he did run a dynasty. He ran a dynasty. Take a year or two off and come back. Like there's no need for him to try to jump back in the market at all, unless if it's with Golden State and you have a chance to push. If you don't have a chance to push, don't even waste your time, man. Don't start being put towards the Doc Rivers category. Like all these new names that have came out can't do what you do. JJ Redick still finding his footing. Steve Nash is already gone. We're seeing Billy Donovan, who we known to be a great coach with OKC, is struggling in Chicago. Like, bro, there's no need. The market's there. The market's there. Take a year off. Commentate.
And that's the reality too. You got a Hall of Fame career as a coach. Like you got a Hall of Fame career as a coach with this one franchise, and with the critiques of, again, shout out Mark Jackson, shout out Kevin Durant. When you have those still conversations a part of it, don't let yourself get older, start trying to reinvent the wheel, and then you become a bad coach. Stay on your high, like go out on this high horse. Because you got to think, Steve Kerr as a Hall of Fame career, it is like his story is so fire. Oh man, I had a back injury. I was done. I couldn't coach for half the year. I came back with loss. Came then I sounded. It's like narrative wise, it's worked. It's cool. So it's like
It's good TV.
right. Don't dilute yourself. Don't dilute yourself.
Yeah. See, okay, super simple. This lines me up for an easy question. Basketball wise, top 5 most copied players of all time.
LeBron number 1.
No, copied, not influential. Copy, like the kids are trying to play like that.
Oh, I mean, well, then yeah, Steph is definitely on this conversation.
Okay, that's one.
30-footers before Steph came into the league like that. MJ, I mean, everybody wants to try to fly, but
okay,
that's full.
Sure. I have Iverson in that conversation.
Oh yeah.
I have Iverson in that conversation.
Kobe. I mean, Kobe's another one where I mean,
okay. See, I don't know if I have Kobe only because if they keep saying he played like Jordan, then it still would be you're trying to play like Jordan. Yeah,
I got you. I always thought he turned up what he did. I mean, the only thing that he didn't have was his athleticism, but I think he turned up what he did. And Mike wasn't out there pump faking like crazy. He wasn't doing a backspin pivot off his foot. You know what I'm saying? Like Mike got to a spot and he knew he could jump over you to get a shot off. So in that aspect, I see it as the athleticism. Where I see as a different player is the counter moves that he had. Kobe always had a counter to whatever defensive stance you had, and that's where he was able to differentiate himself from Mike. Mike was just, I'm going to get here. There's nothing you can do about this. I'm going to get 6 inches higher than you. I'm already tall. I'm athletic. I'm going to keep floating in the air, and then once you come down, I'm going to let it fly. Kobe, pump fake, backspin, off the backboard. Like, he took it to a different level as far as counter moves go.
Fair. I'm going to toss James Harden in that conversation.
Oh, 1,000%.
Okay.
Like the amount of step backs that we see now, the rise of the Euro step. Yeah, you like almost everything that he's done, the way that the game is called now from the Manu was during the Euro, Dwayne Wade was during the Euro. We didn't see the amount of players doing it like this until James Harden. Then the next wave doing it like this until that 2-step back into a 3. The standing up top with the tween, like almost everything we see LaMelo do, I can almost directly attribute to James Harden.
Yes,
it's right there. You know, he changed a lot of basketball. Like there's Steph, but right during Steph, like Steph was the shooting aspect. Everything dribble wise, James Harden. is James Harden, man.
Kyrie.
But Kyrie, okay. You raise a good
point. But I understand you saying AI too, though, because AI is kind of like the.
Well, I also look at it this way: that I asked the question of most copied specifically because there's certain people where you just can't. Like, you know this even as a young kid. You could try to do what Kyrie does, but you already kind of logged in your mind. There's no way. We saw Steph work on his shot, so it's believable. James Harden, like the way that Kyrie has it on the string, you don't think about that. The same way you don't think of, I'm going to try to jump like Jordan. You wish you could, but you can't copy LeBron because you're not built like that, right? Like you just, but these players right here, I could try to work on that. And with Kyrie is like, I don't know. There's only maybe 4 or 5 even in his conversation. Jamal Crawford, Nick Van Exel, Tim Hardaway, and in AI. And then it just starts dwindling. Steph be in there sometimes, but it starts dwindling really quick.
No, that makes sense. I like that.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I think a copy, like, man, I think I could do that. And then you'll see somebody out in the driveway. So I think we got 4, or is that 5? Yeah. AI, Steph, James Harden.
And like, I'm not even against you saying Kobe's Mike's like copy. And like, I'm okay with that. because you have people who, like I said again, nobody can jump like Mike. Like the same way, no one can spin that ball off the backboard like Kyrie. So like there are people like AI. There are people that I look at as like a hard copy, and this is the original, and here's your hard copy, behind it. But I'm trying to think. One more player that I was kind of teetering on was like a Klay Thompson, where his game is simple, but you still haven't seen another Klay. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
the dude doesn't need to dribble the ball, doesn't need to get into his action, anything like that. He is literally a catch and shoot guy. And I mean, Chris Mullins, your Reggie Millers, like all those kind of guys were those catch and shoot type guys, but I don't think anybody did it on the capacity that Klay did for that stretch of time.
What's wild about that though? Klay might have done it. Klay might have had the most success, but I kind of debated. Klay had the most success as far as him being the burner, but he's an exception to the 3-and-D model. Like you're not any of the players we just mentioned, but what you can work on that you can guarantee is go play some defense and shoot when you are open. Because I think when you say Klay and you were describing it, I was about to say he had the most success, but only by points. Because I think of Bruce Bowen. That's all he did. That's it. Couldn't hit a free throw. Hit a free throw. All he did was shoot corner threes and go harass
corner threes. That's all he ever shot.
No, I'm just saying like the base model. I'm just saying like
that's Bruce Bowen. Like I'll give you that. But like shooter, he's not on a planet with Klay Thompson.
No, not at all. Like it's as if Bruce Bowen was the mold and then Klay Thompson was the evolution. Right, because Bruce Bowen, the Tony Allens or whatnot, all those just 3-and-D guys. Now the 3 is actually pretty prevalent as much as the defense is. Because Tony Allen would hit one every now and then. That was all their job. Every now and then when the offense flowed, option 1, option 2 wasn't open. It was a drive, and I needed someone to kick it to. Right, instead of having Kyle run around, I got it in one player.
This is spoken like a true Spurs fan.
Yeah, I'm just letting him go. I'm just letting him go.
Of Klay Thompson. I hear what you're trying to spin, and I get like the idea of it, but Bowen and Klay Thompson in the same conversation.
It's 2 different categories.
First of all,
like you just said someone like
y'all not gonna come at me.
Look here, Klay Thompson was considered like a top 2-way guard at his position.
They said Steph, then Klay. Yeah, Steph, then Klay.
Let's calm it down.
So we just gonna so when Ev get the splash comment off, and then Kobe just all of a sudden is a copy player. When y'all's giving y'all's diatribes, it's cool.
Wow.
When the Spurs. When the Spurs do it now, all of a sudden, see that's that real hate. That's how you know what the real dynasty is, folks. Right there. These 2 are imitation dynasties. When you real like
what
they formed together, it took a Laker and a Warrior to beat a Spurs. That's what it came to, bro. That's what a real dynasty look like, man.
Count them chips. Count them chips.
You weren't there. I'm only gonna let you talk about the ones that you was there for.
And how many were you there for? Okay.
5.
I got 6, buddy.
I got to see 4. So yes. I got to see 4.
Yes, the 3.
Yeah, you do got 6.
I do, and then
you don't count the bubble.
Come on now.
You don't count the bubble.
Come on now. Shut up.
I'm gonna let them. I'll let them rock because if it was
that was some of the best basketball we've ever seen.
I'm gonna let them rock.
That was some of the best basketball we ever seen in that bubble. That you had people like going off of 50. Yeah, Jamal Murray. Like he was out there like James Harden. Like what are you talking about? We saw some of the best basketball in the bubble, so don't do that.
I ain't gonna lie to you. Saw the easiest basketball because you saw TJ Warren get 50.
Thank you.
Hey man,
he out the league.
Whole nother but I'm saying unlocked a whole nother level. My man was out here doing stuff he ain't never done before.
But guess what? We realized that was a fraudulent level from what the NBA is needing and wanting.
I got you.
They let you do. Guess what? Think about this. They let you do it in the school gym. They're not letting you do that in the arenas.
Because of the bubble, TJ Warren got exposed.
Right.
Donovan Mitchell's getting exposed. You did all them numbers in the bubble. Jamal Murray's another one. We looking at y'all like, what is this? We just seen it.
Nah, they just can't handle real life and hoop at the same time. That's all they showed me. Went back to the AAU days when they stuck you in the gym and that's all you had to do and you could hoop. You went crazy. But then when you got out here in real life and you got the pressures and the family and your girl calling you.
You got potential eye candy sitting in row 1 trying to flirt with you, distract you. You got Spike Lee over there. Man. Yeah, fair.
They showed me what they couldn't handle. That's all.
Okay, man. I did ask y'all a group chat question, man. I did. And I want to get y'all's thoughts on it. I specifically asked, man, in this scenario, you can have the powers of a superhero, but you don't get their experience.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Whoever you pick gets 48 hours to hunt you down and eliminate you. Who are you picking?
I'm still picking the same. I always had 2 people, but I'm gonna go with this one here because I think it's even easier. The Flash. I'm going with the Flash. I'm either going Flash or Spider-Man. I'm gonna go. And you said I don't have.
I need elaboration on this.
So I'm going Flash because Flash, for example, you got to think. It's with Barry Allen. The whole thing with his biggest enemy, his greatest foe is Reverse Flash. And the thing with the whole story is he goes to time, kills his mother. I ain't got to have that experience. I just got the powers. You are hunting me down for 48 hours. Okay, we on a race. That's all.
Catch me.
Catch me if you can. Let's go. Let's do
But
it.
you don't have it. If he's experienced with certain things about speed, you not worried about that? You've never ran that fast. You just got the powers. You might trip over a pebble. He know how to avoid that. He got his hocus. Like, you know what I'm saying? It could be a small thing. You're not used. You know what I'm saying? You running so fast, you didn't even realize your feet done left actual earth. You start running upwards and don't know how to stop. Like, are you prepared? You know what I'm saying?
I ain't prepared. Yeah. I ain't prepared, but shit, I ain't prepared for any other experience either.
That's fair. Touche.
True.
I'm going Ant-Man.
Oh,
I'm just gonna keep shrinking, bro. Like, you gon' we once you showed me that was possible in the quantum verse, we just gonna keep shrinking and reappearing. You gotta literally catch me if you can.
You shrink up in times of desperation.
I see what you did there, but I can also go bigger under pressure. You thought.
That was the other side of it. Yeah.
That's okay. You got me. That was a good one.
Yeah. Now what?
I am not going any further, sir.
Yeah.
I'm looking at it as like, bro, if I could get to the quantum verse,
what if you right? What if you get stuck though? You ain't got the experience. What if you get stuck?
If there's different universes in different places, as long as I can because remember, it's only 48 hours. So I just have to keep moving for 48 hours. If you're telling me in some way, shape, or form, all I got to do is just size up to like kind of move around, I'm okay with them odds because I can combat anything. If I get attacked by a monster, I can size up, pick them up, throw them, whatever. I'm just looking at it. If there's one thing of you running and that place is still physically accessible and is right here, y'all are on a quote unquote level plane. If I'm just going into microbes and whatnot, I don't know, bro. I just believe in myself a little bit more. I could hide in a speck of dust right now and be right there.
Hey, now I'm probably going too far in the brain thinking this, but I'm also thinking about it's only 48 hours, but we got to think about after the 48 hours too. If you Ant-Man, if you think about it, you keep talking about shrinking. What if you get too big and you destroy the goddamn city?
I die.
Eating. They come in, but guess what? After the 48, guess what? You ain't your biggest foe ain't a creature no more. It's America.
Yeah.
Drink again.
Catch me.
As long as it ain't the wasp, it's with it. Who you got, Abe?
Mine was between two people. I'm with y'all with like Catch Me If You Can, because I said I'd be Batman, Bruce Wayne, because all I gotta do is be on a PJ, and you got somewhere, dog, and I'll be having the time of my life while I'm up there too. So that's something I thought about. But then I thought about if we had to get to like combat, I want to be somebody like Thor. I've seen like what 6, 7 movies now. Dude still ain't dead. So like, if he could take and he could travel different universes and everything else, hey man, sound like a good bet to me.
And see, I thought about the combat piece, and I realized I don't think I would want that much power, because that's that. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a cap on where I might lose because I done smoked the planet, dog. Like, I don't want to have much. Yeah, man. I'm knowing me. I got to keep it street level. It got to be like Luke Cage,
just enough.
Just enough. I can, you know what I'm saying? Like we could get busy, but it's just okay. It's just a squabble. That's it. Yeah. It's just a high impact squabble. Right. Yeah. You're not about to hit me with some. Yeah, man. Like, don't hit me with some dimension bending vortex that is like, I don't know what this is, because I have to think again the experience. So if you coming in here with extra powers, and to what you just said, Thor, you've been in Asgard for how many years? How many battles?
1,500 years. Yeah, like it's some
I got
crazy.
48 hours. Yeah. Man, y'all next thing you know, a hammer, asking all them questions. Milnor just right across the noggin. Like, you didn't even know. Yeah, give me the furthest I'm willing to go in a combat is, and even still, I'm probably getting mollywopped as like Daredevil. That's the extent of power.
I like what you parameter. You're like, okay, listen, I just don't want to get like real serious situation. Yeah. You know, let's squabble.
You know, if I'm able to at least say I went down fighting versus you eviscerated me with some like, imagine you pick Cyclops and he just beams you from sniper range, bro. Like, nah, bro.
That's crazy. Yeah.
You know what? With that being said, I feel like the easy route is Deadpool, because you keep regenerating. So I mean, it would be painful. I know, knowing him, never mind. I don't want the torture. I don't want to be tortured like that and still live and have to think about that, even though I know I'm a heel. Nah.
You like Deadpool? Yeah.
I'm gonna stick with Luke Cage. Okay, man. Drake May went number 1. I'm not Drake May. I don't even know why I said that. I'm sorry. I'm looking at the topics.
Wow.
Mendoza. My bad, bro. Fernando Mendoza went number 1. And then surprisingly, I guess New York Jets, they went and got a edge player because they're the Jets. And we got, Jeremiah Love going to the Cardinals. 2 Ohio State players went. And now we in pick number 7, Mansour Delane from LSU. But I think after Mendoza, that's pretty much all we were really looking at.
I'm looking to see how the Chiefs build their roster, because they're gonna have to, the Chiefs, they try to do things the cheap way through the draft. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. The salary cap that they have for certain players, have to kind of build the draft and get them for cheap anyway. So I'm just kind of curious to see how they shape theirs, because I both know a healthy Pat can get pretty far. So kind of there. Other than that,
the Chiefs are the Warriors of the NFL.
Because they just traded.
They have to be.
They took a cornerback.
They did take a cornerback because their defense was hurting.
From LSU,
their defense was hurting.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we took. Yeah. Well, they lost. They lost Watson.
Yeah.
Duffy. Yeah.
I don't know if you want to do this, but I did have my question that is sports related, so I thought we'd just jump into it.
Go ahead. All
right. So obviously, we all know that the Clutch Player of the Year was given to Shea this year, and they counted up the points. They gave it to him. They said this is. I mean, he basically got a unanimous vote for it. I would ask both of you, if you had to have a Clutch Player this year, who would it be? Do you agree it's Shea, or do you have someone different that you would have on your list? And secondly, all time, I would like to ask you, who would you want your clutch player?
So when it comes to the award, what is their criteria for the award?
I
I
pulled
just
that up
never
just so
really
that way
got it.
we can talk about it. Yeah, no, it's one of those things where you have to kind of dive into it. But basically, they said that he dominated close game situations, leading the league with 175 clutch points and securing 96 out of 100 first place votes to win the award over the finalists. So, the time frame that they at it that leads into where a game is and how many points during that time. And so for this year, Shea had the most points during that time.
Okay. So, all right. So from what I've watched this season, I would say from that description, first off, yes, but I also want to look at it as it's. I look at it like he wasn't even playing a lot of fourth quarters. They didn't have a lot of amazingly like close games where you had to be clutch. So that's where I get a little confused. Now,
No, I hear you.
did he always make timely buckets to extend the lead? Sure, I can give you that. Everybody do that. And that when the team's that great, that's what you do. But that would all so that means I'll be real. By that definition, that means that 2016, which I don't know, that means that the Unanimous MVP should have won the clutch player of the year 2 in 2015-16. Steph Curry.
Yeah. To be fair,
of whatever that
they didn't have that award back then.
Yeah, because the award's only been around for 4 years, I think.
But it's just like I'm thinking in my brain of like, but it just doesn't make sense of how are you the clutchest player when your team is so good you don't see clutch moments that much. So if I had to say somebody else, I would think this season, little conflicting maybe, but probably Jamal Murray, maybe, and Ed.
So 2 finalists behind him was AE and Jamal.
Like, and that's just because like now I can understand Murray potentially not because you got the Jokic factor because it's like, well, if you're you're a clutch player, but you also got that man looking for you looking for him, vice versa. Understood. But I would say either Murray or Ed probably, in my opinion, over Shea.
Well, because for the criteria, just to make it simple though, it's simply scoring. Like they're just going off of who performs under pressure, specifically in the final 5 minutes of the fourth quarter or overtime when the score is within 5 points. That's it. So
efficiency, look at team impact, performance, all that kind of goes into the conversation.
Now I remember Denver being in a lot more closer games. I also know even with Jokic, Jamal Murray is the closer on that team. He's been the closer on that team. Jokic has clutch moments himself, but for the most part, within the last 5 minutes, it's the Jamal Murray show. He's one of those that just lives up to the situation. I don't remember 484 points from Shai in the clutch. I do not. At number one, he has 484. For full context, Jamal Murray and Anthony Edwards come in second and third, respectfully, with 117 and 116. 484, 117, 116. Sounds absurd. I don't remember that many fourth quarter minutes, unless you are telling me I'm about to do the math. To me, Abe, to answer your question on my side, I thought it was Jamal Murray, and I wouldn't have been mad at Anthony Edwards. And they were only a vote apart for second place.
Yeah,
only a vote apart.
Now, I will say this because that's why I had to go back. I do remember some games from Shea when they were in those close moments. Like, what was it? He had the game against Jaylen Brown. He had the game against. Like, I remember certain clutch games.
Yeah.
And that's why, like I say, for him, when you give me that description, I don't know, man. But if you want to tell me I test moment games, whenever, because for the Thunder, it was so few and far. But whenever that there was, he was the guy. And it was a goddamn show. But
and I'll tell you, the reason why I'm posing the question, one, I was talking to wifey about it. We were definitely having a full-on discussion. Shout out to her for this. But it was one of those things where it's becoming a popularity contest in a lot of these trophies. And it's coming down back to where we used to really hate the voting. And the voting used to be if you're the best player on the best team, you're going to get the nod. We're starting to get back to that notion on a few of these awards because I feel like there are one too many awards now.
Yeah.
It used to,
Yeah.
you could achieve MVP or you got the scoring title or something like that, and that was it. But now they're giving these participation trophies out. And now they're kind of like backhanding some of these trophies just so they can appease someone in the league or appease to say that they gave them an award, which doesn't ultimately affect their contracts that much. It's more about first teams and defense and all that stuff. But like the fact that we're at a point now where I feel like these are starting to become like participation trophies. So if we're gonna talk about clutch, like we both talked about, Jamal Murray is in a tougher situation because those games are coming down to the wire.
Mhm.
Whereas Shane, half of the fourth quarters that he's in. So, even last night, the night before when they played Phoenix, he didn't play that much in the fourth quarter. He didn't have to. He already had 30 before they got there. So, like, I'm not mad at him for doing his job. I'm not mad at him at, taking care of his food early. But when we're talking about an award for the most clutch player, and we're looking at those moments, if we're going to make it about the fourth quarter and the final moments and all that other stuff, he's not a part of it, my opinion.
And you know what it is too, because I'm looking at it. He had certain overtime games because I'm looking at the numbers. On average, they're saying he scored, if you broke it down by all games, he scored 6.5 clutch points per game.
Okay.
I looked up how, like, his top 5 highest scoring clutch point games, right? And I'm looking at a 20-point game, a 19-point, 15, 14, 11. 20-point game went into a double overtime. So if they're saying the last 5 minutes of the fourth quarter and all of overtime, that means every point that you score there is like a boost, which is almost unfair because
That's counterintuitive. So actually, hold on, sorry to cut you off, but so to Abe's definition, that literally means that's 15 minutes because you said it was double overtime. So yeah, technically every bucket that everybody scored is a clutch
point. Yeah, so you could be in that conversation. So he has a double overtime back in October. There's a second double overtime 19-point game. Then there was the 15-point. I guess he erupted for 15 points in the last couple of minutes against Utah, which I remember that the night he broke Will Chamberlain's records, it was 14 points. But it's just like, if you get overtime, there was another one, his 11-point game, overtime to defeat the Pistons, which was a few weeks ago. If you're looking at this, what is the purpose of these awards? Because now it's getting to the point of everybody is just getting something. And to what you and I were talking about the other week is like, all right, essentially whoever doesn't win MVP gets Offensive Player of the Year. We know this because they're not fully going off of defense for MVP unless you just needed a deciding factor for the offensive skill set. Okay.
Right.
It's almost to the point as well. If you get announced for one of these awards, we kind of figured out who the MVP was. So you're working backwards. You decided this guy gets this award, but because there's too much conversation, I think that's what it stemmed from. The amount of complaints that people had year in and year out of like, it should have been this guy for MVP. And they're like, okay, cool. Don't worry about it. Joel and Jokic, y'all had a really tight race. So whichever one of y'all lost got Offensive Player of the Year. It was that simple.
Right.
You got very similar numbers. We can't decide which game meant what more. There's no analytics for this. Too many personalities speaking on it. Too much leeway. So here's another award. Right.
And we're getting to the point too now where again the MVP is supposed to be of the regular season, and we're not going to sit here and act as if the first round and the second round don't determine who the MVP is, because like why is the award coming out so late? If it's about the regular season truly, then it just needs to come out before the first game of the first playoff, so we can just say, hey, here it is, wrap it up, have a good day. If he doesn't do that great in the playoffs, sorry, that's not what this award is supposed to be about. But the fact that they literally wait till like the Western Conference Finals or the Eastern Conference Finals to like hand this trophy out, they're waiting to see how this turns out. And then to me, that then takes another like situation out of this entirely, where now we're not looking regular season. We're looking at playoffs as well. And I mean, that just, to me, like I said, we're getting to a point where it's too many awards, and we're also getting to a point where we're not being truthful about how this award is actually passed out.
And well, even to that, there's two pieces of it. In the grand scheme of things, for this award, and I just want to be clear, I'm looking at NBA.com as I'm reading this. This is where I'm getting the points from. Jamal Murray and Anthony Edwards received 0 first place votes. 0. Yeah. Cade Cunningham got 1, Jalen Brunson got 2, Jokic got 1, and Jamal both received 0, and then went in for 33 and 32 respectfully for the second place votes, where some of the people that got first place votes didn't even crack 10 for second place. Like that, I don't even get the voting system behind it. But then going even further to what you were saying towards the end, as far as why it's not announced, truth be told, and I don't even really think it's a reach. Some of these awards are setting up the gambling lines. I do think they get to the point where they do start announcing it right after the season is over, but you're setting up the gambling lines now. You're giving us an idea of what that looks like. So each week you are taking more bets on it, and then it's like the easy buy-in, because it, like we said, if what we were discussing the other day, whoever gets offensive player of the year is telling us who the MVP is. So far, you've given me the defensive player of the year. My inclination would be Wemby's not in the MVP talks no more. Yeah. When you announce offensive player of the year, whether it be Luka, Jokic, or Shai, you then narrowed it down to these are the last 2 left.
Wait,
Shai just got clutch.
Whoa. NBA do offensive player of the year now?
Yes.
What the fuck? I'm sorry. I did not know that one.
Participation trophies that we're talking about. Like,
it defeats the purpose.
So like that's not even in 2K, I don't think yet. I don't even think they got that award in 2K. That's why I'm confused.
So when you get to that point, it's like, okay, so if defensive player of the year is already announced, and then you just gave out clutch player of the year, well, it sounds like Shai's not the MVP. That's what you just told me. SGA is not the MVP. So it's Luka or Jokic. I'm sorry, Luka or Jokic. That's what that's the impression I'm getting.
I'm so
I think
sorry.
It's more gambling line related. You see that Yam?
Real quick. No, I'm looking at the draft too. I saw the Yam, but I'm looking at the draft too. The Saints got Jordan Tyson, the wide receiver from Arizona State.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. The Saints are building up a little team over there. For real.
That boy is cold.
He is. The Saints are building up a team over there, man.
Yeah.
In all seriousness,
they were talking about us getting him. Ooh, okay.
Almost. I saw y'all's bum jerseys that y'all put out, but I can't be completely mad at LA. It's just a minimalistic thing that's going on with all. But why?
Calm down.
Them jerseys are bum. but no, for the clutch thing, man. I don't.
Yeah. So are free throws considered too?
Yes. They don't make it exclusive.
Yeah,
that's why it's
so all points. Yeah. So my biggest thing too is like, so we've kind of touched on, today, like who you would rather have in that situation. But like outside of Shea, who would you pick?
All time clutch player.
So right now, because we haven't even
I'm sorry.
yet. So yeah. So right now, who would you?
Ant. That's where I'm at. Ant. I'm going with Ant.
Okay.
Damn, who do I want?
And this while you think about that, this is with respect to Jamal Murray, but Ant during the regular season, like when I think of Jamal Murray, even though he is clutch, I definitely think playoff time clutch. So I might be going more regular season with my answer, but I'm going with Anthony Edwards as a person that likes to see the ball go in the bucket, not based off of foul baiting.
Yeah. He's gonna hard nose get you that point.
Yeah. And honestly, I think I'll go Anthony Edwards too, because I just like his play style, and that's the thing. He's aggressive, and that's the thing too. With he's in the clutch. I want to be the guy. I want to be the guy. Give me the ball. I enjoy it. Like I love seeing that. Like go hard. Yeah. Like go home. What is it? Go big. Whatever the goddamn phrase is.
Go big or go home.
Go hard or go home. There it is. Go hard or go home. That's him. That's him. Like all 48 minutes. Like in the clutch. So. Yeah,
you have to live with like also being just completely off the wall because you know how hard that bucket he wants to get that for his team. So you'll have those games where he's doing too much because he wants it that bad, and where he's right where he needs to be. But I agree with you guys. AE would definitely be the guy that I would look at. I mean, obviously a healthy Steph or somebody is somebody that you would want in a clutch moment. But if we're talking about right now, probably AE. But
honorable mention, Jaylen Brown. To
no,
me,
sir.
yes,
I like that.
That's fine. That's fine.
I like that.
He has a Celtics jersey glow. I'm not doing that.
Fair enough. Okay, so you're just being petty. I understand.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, 100%.
Jaylen Brown and Tyrese Maxey are my honorable mentions.
Hey, Tyrese, that's nice. I like that. I like that. So when we talk about all time, obviously we're leaving Jordan out of this, okay? Because that conversation is just watered down. Outside of Jordan, who would you guys pick?
I'm not even gonna. The dominoes in me, the dominoes player in me. The first thing when you said that question, study long, study wrong. So I'm gonna make it simple. I'm gonna go with the gut instinct. Carmelo Anthony, give me Melo.
I'm not mad at that.
I love that. I love that one.
We did a draft last week, and he was my first pick of regular players. Yeah. That dude was crazy.
Give me Melo, bro. I don't want to overthink it. Give me Carmelo.
I like that.
I'm not going off of any recency bias or anything, so I don't want to go with this answer. So that's why I'm gonna say personally, Kevin Durant. I'm not going off any recency bias of what he's. I'm going off because people forget them Thunder days. People forget, and they hate in his heyday after the move. He was like that for real with closing. So
yeah, he was.
I'm gonna go KD.
Yeah, no, he definitely was. I obviously my pick would be Kobe. Outside of Kobe, just so that way I could be a part of a different conversation, I would actually take Kyrie.
I'm not mad at that. I'm not.
There's been a bunch of moments where he stepped up at the end to take care of business. I mean, obviously we got the big shot in the finals. I mean, if you remember them playing in Christmas, whenever they was going back and forth, dunking on this side and just fast break dunk on this side, and then the first side of the game was a turnaround jumper by Kyrie. What was that? By Klay Thompson.
What was that? Didn't he have? What was the game against San Antonio? I think he had like 50 or something. I think he was going nutty against that.
So you know what I'm saying? So like if I'm gonna pick somebody outside of my man's, I'm gonna probably go like a Kyrie or I'd say like a Reggie Miller. Like one of those two playing styles to me is what I like in a player when it comes down to a clutch moment. And I think both of them have the resume to say they can get it done.
Okay.
You know what's crazy? This sounds wild, so pardon self. I get everything that he did. I still probably wouldn't have thought of Kobe because I'd also move him in the Jordan conversation at certain times. It's just so natural. Again, every time we shot a paper ball, we know what name we're saying. So I'm not even gonna entertain.
That's why I said I'm
yeah, that's why I didn't say him either. I'm not Kobe.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna entertain that.
Yeah.
If it's not Melo, if I did do a little bit of thought, it's give me Larry Legend, my guy. Give me Larry.
I thought you was gonna say Paul Pierce. I thought you were gonna say another Celtic.
I gotta respect game. I do gotta respect game. Paul Pierce was a clutch, but he wouldn't be in my. I don't think Paul would be in my top 10 myself.
No,
because as much as if we're gonna go down that route, and I had to begrudgingly give credit, dang.
Yeah.
And Dame is up there. Steph is up there. Steph is very underrated in closing. Very underrated because people look at some of those finals performances, but he's very underrated in closing. So Steph is up there. Yeah.
Meanwhile, the whole Olympic team was staring at him to shoot the ball when the jaw's on the line. So
I would also say I can't give Paul Pierce credit before I give ISO Joe credit, man. Anything Paul was doing, ISO Joe.
Man, what?
Talk about a talent. Just because he didn't brag, he will never get the credit he deserves. Man, ISO. Yeah. Matter of fact, didn't he put
Paul Pierce? Shout out to one of my good friends.
That's what I just said. Yeah.
touch earth.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Hey, shout out to one of my homies, Deshaun. His he go by Octavius. He is the biggest Joe Johnson fan. He is Joe Johnson is like his Kobe. He's talked about Joe Johnson for literally over 15 years.
Joe Johnson's been that man.
Yeah, so because a lot of people don't talk about him.
Yeah, man. Give me Melo, Bird. Ray Allen was clutch, and they don't remember him for it other than the Heat last jumper. Ray in Milwaukee.
He was on the Bucks. Yeah.
Ray in Milwaukee.
On that route, people forget Michael Redd. Like,
Mike Redd. Yeah,
we can throw some names out there. Like we
didn't even say Halliburton with the other names, with the recent names, because you gotta think he's been super clutch for a little moment.
Yeah, he's having a moment. I give him that.
I gotta see it a little bit more because right now I would still have Trae Young. He's having a Trae Young moment. I want you to show me that longer than Trae Young. Gotcha. Iverson's in this conversation.
Yeah.
D Wade, Ev, you didn't say Wade. That's crazy.
Oh no, I was waiting. I was gonna get there. I was gonna trust me. D Wade's been on my mind, but I'm thinking about like top. D Wade's up there. It's just top of the top. That's why I'm going there first. I don't want to, because again, if we say closing with D Wade, we're gonna go to specific moments that we automatically know that happened in his first 7 years, and that's why I'm not going to talk about him, because some of that clutches got taken away from him because he didn't have opportunities.
Yeah, I'll say this, man. You don't got the resumes that none of these players we mentioned do. Can't even sniff it. But one person that never shot away from the clutch was that good boy Robert Horry. Big shots.
Bob,
yeah.
Big shot Bob. Nah, overall that's a good question, because the clutch war, all in all, that clutch NBA award, just I don't know what we're doing.
Agent Zero. I gotta give Gil his praise.
Zero. Oh, yeah. We're just throwing stuff at the wall at this point when it comes to awards.
We might at one day have to have a conversation genuinely about Gilbert Arenas, because his media run has done some great highlighting and great revision of things. Not even just him, but the era that I remember and studied. He's put perspectives out there that's made me consider some things. You know what I'm saying? But while we here, man, let's go ahead and get into the playoffs, man. Let's go ahead and get into the playoffs, man. How y'all feeling so far?
Not great about the Knicks. Not great.
Hey,
sorry. I just had to put that out there.
It's not just you, man. We was wrong in a lot when I listened to what we said. We were wrong on a good amount of games, man.
I was held at gunpoint and said what I said.
We call games where we watch them go in there and get their ass handed to them, dog. Like
what?
Yeah.
Golden State losing from the playing game. We were wrong about both playing games as a group. We got to keep it clean with ourselves. That was a dirty batch of predictions.
Hope you weren't betting off us.
I'm glad I get to say I wasn't here.
I would have told y'all about the disclaimer. Yeah.
Hey, the disclaimer's up front, man, because did I think that Phoenix was going to go do that? I sure did not. Did I think Orlando was going to do it like that? No. No. I don't know. I will start here. I thought about all the hype that we did talk about here. And then after the way that game went, I just don't want to hear anything about LaMelo for the near future. Like, talk to me when I'm seeing him in the second round of the playoffs, because we haven't seen him get there, and we're giving it all types of praise for essentially what's mediocrity, and now it's to the point where your numbers don't equate. It clearly does not equate to winning whatsoever. I get it. Sometimes the teams didn't really shake up like that, but I will counter that same point with, you're in the East, where the 6 through 8 seeds that go into the playoffs have a losing record. So they just lost better than you. That's it. They lost better than you. You got you, and the talent on paper compared to other teams in the East that were ahead of them, it just flat out doesn't make sense. I can't hear anything about LaMelo Ball. A great talent for sure, great talent. I think this goes back to the question I had asked Jamel. Is like, would you rather be the coldest player on the team that doesn't make the playoffs, or or like a consistent role player that's always in the championships? And it's like,
yeah.
that's where I start with, and then let's go Hawks. That's my overall summary from what I've seen so far.
Becky Hammond was right. She was always right. She will forever be right. A lot of people gonna try. A lot of people gonna forget that video because a lot of people are now starting to say it now. Oh, you can't win with a small guard. A lot of people are starting to say it now again. But let's pay tribute and give homage to who said it first. Who put it out? Who said it on and sat on the island by themselves first because she was 100%.
Where she get her stripes at?
San Antonio.
Okay.
Gotta give it to her. I ain't gonna lie to you. I gotta give it to her. I fuck with Becky Hammond. So
San Antonio Silver Stars, know what I'm saying? When win some rings, then you go over there, be great under the tutelage of Pop, and then now you're dominating big. I'm just saying, but I don't know what y'all put out. Yeah, deal with JJ Redick. Deal with Steve Nash.
But yeah, that's where I started. I started with that is you can't win with a small guard. Yeah, you seen it on 2 instances in history. And when a lot of people say, oh, well, what do you mean you can't win? Making it to the playoffs is winning. I'm one of the people. There's only one winner every fucking season, and that's the person who wins the championship. If you didn't win, you failed. Every other statement you make is you compromising the failure. When you say we lost, but we improved to be better, while true, you still failed because there's only one goal for every franchise.
Giannis will fight you about that.
It's just the reality. You can compromise all you want. Like, and that's what you're doing. And there's nothing wrong with compromising because there is small steps. You're breaking down the big goal to small goals. I'm sorry, I'm looking at it at the big overall picture. As a New York Knickerbocker, you're not gonna get it done with him. And we saw that because CJ McCollum ate his lunch.
Giving them wreck right now.
So
so are the only small guards that won is Kyrie and Steph? By small guard definition?
No. Kyrie's not counted because LeBron's the motivating factor for that. There's only 2 guards, and it's Steph and Isaiah Thomas. Steph is the only modern guard to lead a team and be successful in winning a championship.
Fair. Huh.
Now, so that was my first knock, and we can go back to it. But my second knock I gotta also say is that boy Kevin Durant was right too. Every comment that he made, he was right. He was right.
When your burners are spot on.
Because this is the thing. It's where, to be real, even in the criticism he was saying, he was telling the truth. He's like, hey, Alperen, these niggas ass, man. They don't know what they're doing. And these are your young guys. You need to coach them up right. And you see it because now you got Kevin Durant, who has never been a facilitator, try to be a facilitator. He's a year 8.
Yeah, well, when Reed Shepherd gets more shots than Kevin Durant or Jabari Smith gets more shots than Kevin Durant, you're doing something wrong.
Very wrong.
I don't know what, but all I know is you're doing something wrong.
Which is wild because that's not what you brought him there for.
At all.
Right? Like, I think that's what's really
middle to Jabari Smith.
And losing Fred wasn't supposed to alter your offense to the point. There was no scenario where we saw KD being the primary ball handler, especially not like you practiced this during the season and got him acclimated to it. You're throwing this at him in the middle of the playoffs. That's how bad it is. Not the burner.
There's no world Kevin Durant is on a team without Fred VanVleet, and your next best player is who? Sengun, and the way he went up jump, there's no way in the world that he's your second option. If anything, KD's shots should have went up 15, 20, plus. Right. Like, there's no way in the world it's going down. Like, I don't care if he's having an off night. I don't care if you think you can go through someone else. You have to put the ball in his hand first and let the rest of the team take. That is not his job to be trying to bring the ball down the floor, nor is he supposed to be getting other people open. You brought him here to be a sniper. Why is he out here being a floor general? Makes no sense.
Yep.
And
Yep. Okay.
real quick, I said this earlier when you were asking about who's the most copied player, and I had threw Brian out there.
Mhm.
What Abe just mentioned about why are they trying to make Kevin Durant the facilitator ball handler. LeBron James is the reason why.
Yeah.
And it's because everybody's following it. And it's been since Brian has become Mr. 28, 8, and 8 since year 3. He's become the engine of everything. Everybody wants to make it where your superstar is the engine because they had the idea if you put the ball in your superstar's hand more, you get more productivity. When what you actually did was you've now eliminated role players.
Right.
Yeah.
Your superstar's role is to be a superstar.
Right.
It's Kevin Durant is not supposed to be the man trying to make decisions on, oh, let's let you do a backdoor cut. Let's let you come over and do a set of screen. Let's get in the DHO. No, he's supposed to go get that ball, be 7 foot, and snipe.
But I guess what's crazy about that to me though is like while LeBron has done it, the amount of championship teams that we've seen, and I'm talking about winning championship teams that do not abide by that formula should tell you as a coach, that's not it. Steph isn't the primary facilitator. He can if he wanted to, but when he was winning, that wasn't him. Jokic isn't the primary facilitator. Giannis wasn't the primary facilitator. Hell, man, we couldn't even tell you who it was for the Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum team. Everybody was facilitating but what more so is the fact that the superstar wasn't supposed to do that. And quite frankly, we also know why LeBron was that player, especially younger, because he don't have the burners of none of these superstars I just mentioned other than Giannis. Like your job, most of it, while he could get hot, we didn't.
Was attacking around.
Yeah, you know, it's like LeBron also changed what I think the definition of a scorer was as well, because I hadn't seen a quote unquote scorer with such a limited bag. Because by that standard, we would have to put Shaq in that conversation, and we would have never put Shaq in the conversation of scorer. That's not what we meant by that during that time frame. Not at all. When Iverson was running around, when Kobe was, you know, like if you weren't superstar, you had a specificity. So LeBron doing it does make sense. I'm not, you know, your point is very valid. You could see someone trying to do that, especially since they're of similar height, similar career. But it's weird when we. I was gonna say it's even weird when we saw when they tried to make Kawhi do it towards the end of the game. Like that just isn't your natural. But that's what a point guard is for. That's what
you're talking about a generational player. Like you can't somebody and be like LeBron. Like that's crazy. Like be like Mike. Like we all.
But no, and that's the thing. When you see it work, and when you see it work in small echoes of James Harden, Luka Doncic, and that's where the problem is. When you see it work in those instances, and then you get other players who fit those molds. Think about it. When you have Ben Simmons coming up, even if Ben Simmons ain't gonna give you 30, him doing it at a lower level of 17, 8, and 8, it's still the same format of a person who's gonna come and do it all. And that's what people want. That's what not players, but team, not ownership. Yeah.
But see, even with the players that you just mentioned, Ev, they didn't win. Like James Harden, like that's what I'm saying. Like James Harden only went so far because he burned out. Luka made it to the finals, and then he ran into a team that had a facilitator. Because it's so hard to do
exactly. That's to the point of it, though. That's to the point. It doesn't work.
Yeah,
it didn't work with KD and Phoenix because him and Devin Booker are not facilitators. You tried to make them such. You had a little bit of success, but once you get Steph was running around with Draymond as your facilitator. With all due respect, because he's a great
and he's staring him dead in the face while he's passed on the ball.
Like just getting the offense going is like that. It's just it's so dumb, man. So let's go ahead and just touch on it because we don't have to get into the full science of it. By the time this episode come out, we only halfway through all of the series, man. I'll start off with, since we're already here with KD, Lakers Rockets. What y'all calling for the finish? How's it look so far? Like a quick piece on what does it look like so far, and how do y'all think it finishes?
It looks beautiful from my perspective. Everything that I would want it to be. I would actually like it to go 5. I don't really want it to touch 6. We're getting in a different territory. I'd like it to touch 5 just so we can give Luka and Austin Reeves time to get back. I would love for them to be back for the second round. There's nothing wrong with like handling our business so that LeBron can rest until the second round. We can have that kind of going into the second round. But right now, it's looking really good. Houston hasn't figured out how to not turn the ball over. And, they're shooting themselves in the foot at this point, and we're just taking advantage of it. Marcus Smart has stepped up tremendously. Is playing out of his mind for us on both sides of the floor. LeBron is still LeBron. Hate him, love him, whatever. He's still LeBron. He's doing his thing. And like people who are stepping up for me that have continually stepped up throughout the season, Rui, he has been key for us, hitting the big shots, extending the lead for us. And then Luke Kennard, boy, is killer. He gets if he gets hot and a burner, you're in trouble. Because at any point in time, he can just let it fly. So I think we're in a good point right now. They're definitely missing Fred, and it's so evident right now. I think it was evident throughout the season, but right now it's so evident. So if they continue this on, where our man looks a little lost, Sengun is just doing whatever out there, we're in a really good spot.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think this game is going to go 5. I mean, I think the series is going to go 5. I think they'll get 1. I think they'll get probably game 3. I think it'll be
in Houston. Yeah,
like that one little game shifter, desperation. You gotta get that game where it's over. So I think they'll get that one. I think Sengun is really, while trying to make KD a facilitator, but I think Sengun, man, just being George Mikan right now. Like, nigga can't make a layup.
Great comparison.
Like, you're being George Mikan right now. Like, and that's a big detour of the thing. Like, you're supposed to be the number 2. And you're out here just missing everything, just not even looking like you yourself. And I think that's a big problem. If Sengun cannot get it under wraps and perform better, there's no hope at all, because there's only so much Kevin Durant can do.
Right.
Because we've already seen his limitations. You're already trying to make him a facilitator. You saw what happened. Turnover spring. So
I think game 3, he like guns blazing. I think KD every possession for the first half. Like, I think they're going to try to make that a thing for sure.
They have to. And that's the thing, is where if he ends up falling out of rhythm, and you're now going to start letting Jabari and all of them start taking over, okay, you're going to run into the same predicament you ran into the second half of last game, where he's only getting 5 shots. And that's not productive for anybody on Houston.
Anybody. Yep.
I think it's pretty simple to kind of run through part of this. First and foremost, there's just no situation where I think they get swept. That's where I'm currently at. I understand where y'all say they get 1, but you kind of set a tone. You could cover it up as much as you want for 9 turnovers, but again, we've already discussed that he's not the facilitator. There's just not a world where I can see Jabari Smith pulling up 16 shots. There's just not a world where I see Alperen Sengun going 9 for 20. 9 for 20. So it's bad enough that he is sought after on the defensive end. He is a revolving door over there on defense. He doesn't help. So for everything that Amen Thompson could possibly do on your guards, is just they're just switching to wherever Sengun is, and then you go 9 for 20 on the other side, while also having your own set of turnovers, bro. It's like he has his own. He gets some steals every now and then, but you're not hitting clutch points. You're not. Yeah. So now Jabari Smith feels like that they have to shoot, and they too aren't really hitting points like that. So it's just I don't see enough
everybody's
of a correction.
Everybody's just out of position. Point.
There's not much you can do. And then on the other side, Rui Hachimura became the new DeMar DeRozan of the mid-range. Like every time he pulls from the midi, it's straight up and down money, man. It's like you're not supposed to be like that. So the experience that they have, especially Marcus Smart. Now, do I think Marcus Smart and Luke Kennard get you 20 each game like they did? No, but that was a game that they needed to win because if Houston had a chance, they needed to take game 2. And to see those really experienced veterans go in there and do what they did and allow essentially a waste of a center to get away with only 6 points. DeAndre Ayton got away with only 6 points and they won comfortably, mind you. That's call it what it is. Call it what it is, man. It's a dub. You know. We'll go to the Boston series.
Smitty ain't here to defend himself, so I'm gonna say it. You in trouble. Your boys are in trouble because how is it that you let Philly get hyped like that on your home court? Now I understand when they go back home and they get game 3 or game 4 because they got the home crowd and all that. They came into your crib and kicked the door down. That's not a good. I don't think Boston has to worry about it. That just now that I've got my Boston hate out the way. I don't think Boston's about to lose this series to Philly, but you definitely got your teeth kicked in on that game too. Tyrese Maxey on his whole ass. So I don't know what you want to do with that one.
Yeah, I think that series will go 5-2, 6 at the most, but I think it'll go 5 as well.
Yeah.
I think that smack in the mouth was what they needed to. Okay, all right, let's settle back in,
lock back in. Yeah,
let's get back to it. Like that's exactly what it was because you automatically went into it thinking, oh.
Yeah.
Look, man, we got Tatum back, and Tatum's about 67%. And he looking like that. You over there getting a little overzealous on yourself. So you need to get smacked. All right. Let's reconsider some things. Make the main thing the main thing.
If there is an upset, it's this series. Tyrese Maxey, by the end of it, depending on if he finishes just decently, Tyrese Maxey will be moving into the superstar conversation very soon. It's just unfortunate. You're signed to New Balance, so you don't have like the promotion that the rest of them do. And that's no knock, man, because I see they have a lot. You know what I'm saying? But you see the amount of commercials they threw. It's just, again, you're in there with I think it's Paige, Cooper Flag. They don't even get Kawhi out there. So you're looking at it, but it's like I don't know many people that are going to rock New Balances personally, right? But his play, him calling out the crowd the way that he was flexing for the last 2 minutes of the game, letting them know him and Edgecombe together, they don't have anything to lose.
Yeah,
they don't have anything to lose. And I also hold the door open just a little bit of Tatum's gonna get in his own way. As we've seen it, it's like I is still not prepared to accept that it might not be your team. They're making you the face, but as we speak, we know Boston's making the tough decision of who's on the trade block. What can we get back now? Like what? I don't think you keep both of them, and so you got to make a decision right now. Play style wise, again, they showed that they can win without you. So there was certain moments where yes, he was putting the ball in the bucket. There was also moments like, what are you doing? Like what are you doing? There was a couple pivotal plays where he got involved, and it's like you were doing too much with the ball. And so if there's an upset, I'm saying it's this series. If Philly wins this next game, and then just and the idea of being able to go out there, because remember, this is the other piece too that I want to give flowers before it's said anywhere else. Tyrese Maxey was calling out the lack of effort of both Embiid and Harden 2-3 years ago. Without them, he's showing move. I would argue they're better without Embiid.
They are, because the ball moves a lot better, and they're actually because Edgecombe and Tyrese are so young and quick, they are able to get out on the break much quicker without Embiid, and the ball isn't stagnant with Embiid, holding it, waiting to make a move, jab, 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 then doing like a turnaround fadeaway from the free throw line. Joel is a shell of himself, so that we've talked about a few times on here. But yeah, I agree with you. I think if there is one for it to be an upset, it can be this one. The other one is obviously the one we're going to get to, which is Atlanta and New York. That's just a craziness. just to keep it clean with you, Cameron Brink is the woman you're thinking of, who is the New
That's right.
Balance.
Yeah. My bad.
I just didn't want nobody to get you on that one. It's Cameron Brink, and then yeah. Paige Beckers is with Nike, but just
Pardon self. Yes. Do y'all have Atlanta pulling out the series, or you still believe in New York? Because I know that was
still
one
believe
of
in
your
New
picks.
Oh no, I still believe in New York. They'll get out.
Okay.
They should still get out of this round.
I don't like
They
Cat.
should.
So I'm still going to Atlanta. I'm not here for the Cat shenanigans, man.
I will say this game gonna tell us a lot. This game 3 right here tells us a lot.
They
close.
always talk about how pivotal
game
game 3 is.
Yeah.
Okay, staying in the East Coast.
Okay, Kuminga.
Third quarter, 62-60, Cleveland Raptors. I think Toronto's out of here.
Yeah.
Brandon Ingram, we're gonna come back to you. Brandon Ingram, you were on the list. But these little comments,
that bozo game that he just had. Whoa. I'm a BI fan too. I like BI. That
man,
crazy what he put out there.
Yeah, man. I think the Raptors are just cooked.
You gotta get to the line. You can't just keep tossing that they turn around fadeaway up, bro. You gotta get to the line.
Okay, Boston, Orlando. I'm not Boston, Detroit, Orlando. Sorry.
Detroit got back right. They had. But Detroit got back right.
It's like Detroit got back right and Orlando came back to earth simultaneously.
That's the fun they had the last week, winning the play-ins and all that. They rode that high. They got to the game. We back to planet Earth.
So I want to give y'all a heads up because I plan on saving this for after the playoffs are done. But I've been making a list of players we need to talk about. And Paolo is also on that list with Brandon Ingram.
Yeah, that's fine.
You know. Yeah, Paolo's on that list. Brandon Ingram and Joel Embiid. Even though we've touched on Joel Embiid before, but it's just I don't even know what this is anymore.
He's a shell of himself, bro.
Yeah. Okay, other side. Really quick, Abe, I know you're on a time crunch, but I do want to touch on this. Can we talk about this whistle with OKC or lack thereof, depending on what the situation is? Because I know we do keep it clean here. We don't really lean heavily on the refs, but
it's getting
Devin Booker's not wrong, bro. Like
he wasn't.
Talked him into a tech. This is one thing when they were telling us how Jordan did it. This is Alex Caruso. Yeah. And if you had the ability to review the play, which they didn't, you just threw a tech out there off of something that you didn't. And can we talk about
it? Should be rescinded. It should definitely be rescinded. It's not like Devin Booker's in trouble if he, carries his tech, but it's the principle behind it. They need to rescind the tech so that way they can show some face on this one. OKC is definitely getting a lot of love on the whistle. We know their style of play. We know that they're trying to get to the free throw line. But we also know that the playoffs is a harder style of basketball. People are able to literally hold people. Like if I'm coming off a screen, I can hold you as if we're going to prom. And then once we get around the corner, I've got to let my hand go once you catch the ball. Like that is playoff basketball that we've known for quite some time. So the whole it's turning into WWE, I get it, but there is also that thing that they don't like to address as players. And no knock to Devin Booker because he was definitely right. But as players, the flopping and the throwing your body into a screener, and how is a referee supposed to be 100% whenever he has to fight flopping, exaggerating, and also antics on the floor while also controlling the game to make sure it doesn't get out of hand while letting it be in playoff basketball and letting people play rough. I know where you win in that conversation because even in that explanation I just gave you like 5 points where a ref has to cover throughout the game. And he's just supposed to be 100% the whole time. I'm sorry. There's going to be games that look like that look rough. But they're supposed to go back and be like, ugh. Yeah, we need to tighten this up. That tech needs to be rescinded. Here's some areas that we could have, gotten OKC on. Here's some areas we could have got Phoenix on, and then come back and give a better game. So I think once we see game 3, that'll be the depiction of if they've actually cleaned it up, or if they've come out just to give the same product. I think Game 3 will be the answer to all that.
I would say something briefly to that. I think this is super simple. There's two things that are super simple. This is just across the board for all teams. Extension on any offensive move, it should be an easy call. Like you know when you're outside your box, an extension should be an easy call. The other piece is they really have to adapt to, yes, a defender can guard you, but an offensive player should not have to be considerate of a defensive player being within their cylinder. So if I move and in my natural motion, my elbows rise up, just because you got chest to chest with me should not be my fault as the ball.
Right. This is
you
my
chose
space.
to be there. That's the space. So for Chet falling the way he did, boo, right? Because they called that on the offensive side, but then again on the other side, when you're seeing the same exact motion, that if you're considering that a flagrant foul too, that's the other piece. Like, where is my space? Like that's the only time that you're willing to give defense credit, and then every other time it's a touch or it's an egregious foul because you weren't scoring. That doesn't make sense to me. Those two things, easiest thing to clean up.
So, you know, you remember the foul baiting, jumping to you. Dwayne Wade was famous for it first, essentially. Remember a couple years ago, they put the rule in that they would give you a tech if you did that.
Right.
What happened to that?
They're players that are doing it now, they like.
They are calling offensive fouls on some of those. Where
but they're not. They used to say they've supposed, but they had made it specific where they were going to call technical fouls to put an end to it.
They changed that rule.
So, and that's,
they don't like James Harden is the answer to that question. They like Shy. Two different people. You know, that's essential with it. Jaylen Brown doesn't get those calls. Tatum does. We know how, you know, it's that one straight up and down. Jalen Brunson, a face. If they like you, that's okay.
Because like as soon as Trae Young was taking advantage of it, that's when they were like, nope, it's a tech now. Like it was where it was like, it's gonna be
you just said it. You just said it though. Trae Young was taking advantage of it. So
two more series: Spurs, Trailblazers.
Spurs.
I mean,
I'm gonna say Spurs. Shout out. I'm gonna say this though. Shout out to Scoot Henderson. Maybe some of y'all might need to stay in school longer or whatever to develop, because it took him a few years, but what we're seeing in this playoffs for these few games, that's what we thought we would see years ago. So shout out to him though.
Only reason why they lost that game was because Wemby was hurt.
Yeah,
exactly. They don't lose.
I give Drew Holiday credit for getting that team to where they are, especially with his playoff experience. And then I also want to toss it out there especially for basketball specifically. It may not play out this series, but anytime you see a player coming in there with just natural hair and looks like they haven't done nothing to their hair at any given point in time, be scared of that player, because Scoot Henderson out here looking like a Minecraft block, and then just
why is the back of his head just flat?
It's like he never rolls over when he sleeps, right? Anytime Kawhi came in with the messed up braids, buckets. When Jaylen Brown didn't have his squeezing the blood vessels out, buckets. Like it was when they come in with messed up hair, watch them. Only person I've seen that be clean all the time and give you numbers was Allen Iverson. When they come in like that, buckets. But series of the first round, Nugs, Wolves. It's been exciting. Are we sticking with Denver? Knicks took the lead. Oh man, we might have to finish.
I would say this might be the most exciting series. Shoot, hey, y'all watching this right now? Jalen coming for all that we was talking about with CJ.
For y'all watching, is 108-107 with 50 seconds left, and hey, I still got Atlanta pulling it out. I
mean, they got a shot.
Don't be a hater, Abe. Just because you selected them, I know you don't believe in their style of basketball. I know you to be better than this. Clutch shot, Josh. Tragic.
But with Denver and Minnesota, I want Minnesota to take it, man. I want Ant to.
Of course.
I want Ant to finally get his not finally, because I would say he's had those moments and times. It's just it wasn't enough. Yeah, I really want him to have the playoff moment. I really want him to go. I really want him to be in that next lane, because in reality, it's about that time to be, hey, you've been here for a while now. Y'all keep getting y'all asses eliminated. Like you're about to get that conversation coming.
You remember Braun already pressed them the last couple of years, being like, okay, now go get it.
Yeah.
Like you're doing the thing you said you wanted to do, which is knock off your heroes. We're here. Now go get the rest.
Exactly.
Stop games trip you up.
I want them to win, but Rudy Gobert exists.
And that's why I hate.
Oh, you missed it.
I would hate to see Rudy Gobert hold up a trophy, but that is not gonna hold me back from wanting to see AE hold the trophy up. You know what I'm saying? Like of all people in the NBA, he is my number one right now. What I hate Rudy Gobert.
Nico Harrison exists, which showed me that there's a lot of GMs and owners that clearly use drugs publicly. So I'm hoping someone that's also a user takes Rudy Gobert and the burden that he is away from Anthony Edwards and opens the alleyway for him to be great. Somebody out there is doing something that would benefit it.
So you could keep Gobert.
I heard AD's in the market, and I'd rather you play in street clothes and then only have upside potential to let Anthony Edwards win. If we got the dual Anthonys, we all win. Washington, you don't care.
If he's healthy, you have AD and AE.
Come on, just take Gobert for us. For us, I will go to the DC games because I know they for cheap. If you trade for Gobert, I'll pull up. I'll spend my money.
I'm not.
Hey man, well, it's not about them. It's who they play. It's who they play, right? 16 seconds left. Jalen Brunson just airball, man. He not clutch. he got
them the lead.
He got them the lead.
He had to take that. That was the last shot. He had to take that.
And then there's CJ. And then there's CJ. And then there's CJ.
It took him 3 seconds to get that. Come on, man. What is going on?
You left too much time. I don't know. But at the same time, if you can get the bucket, get the bucket. Then there's CJ McCollum. Let's go. I know Rose in there squealing.
Yeah,
That's a game to be at. That's for sure.
That's a game to be at. I'm trying to see if they show him on the TV. I need him to do a backflip or something. But Abe, if you got Roy, I didn't know if you wanted to finish the game or not. Up to you.
I'm finishing the game, but then I'm out.
Man. And Ed, we still gonna chop it on Iceman before we wrapped up, unless you want to hold that for next week, Abe. I'm actually kind of interested to hear your opinion on that.
I'll say let's hold it. Just
for next week.
Definitely talk about that. Yeah.
Yeah. We can have a little better conversation.
Yeah, man. Okay.
Let's round it out with sports on a high note.
Yeah, while you doing that, let me see if Rose even answered his phone. I highly doubt he do. But
you gonna call him at the game?
I'm gonna call him right now.
Oh wow.
What's the heart rate like? That's what I want to know, man. Like, what's it looking like?
Real-time live reaction is the game in the final.
Yeah, man.
I would not be looking at my phone right now.
I wouldn't either. I wouldn't either. What are y'all calling it? Is this? Yo, we calling you. We live, man. What's it looking like in there? I hung up. I figured. Man, do you go to Brunson or do you let somebody else shoot this rock?
You want Brunson with the ball, but I think you take whatever comes open.
That wasn't a foul by Cat. Great defense. Let's go, Atlanta. Let's go. Let's go.
Oh, you didn't get a shot off.
Let's go.
Hey, so now you said that Denver series was the hot series of the first round. That's why I said let's wait. Let's wait.
Yeah. Let's go. That's what I'm talking about.
Atlanta,
Get another one in Atlanta. Get another one. Yeah. Talk to him, Kuminga. How's it feel, Ev? How's it feel to see a winner? Huh?
Hey,
How about that, Ev? He ain't in Golden
State
State no more. He free.
Shout out to him. I know. I wanted him free like that. We handled that completely wrong. Good for him.
Hey, man, we'll end on that, man. Y'all like, comment, and subscribe. We appreciate y'all. Again, YouTube, TikTok, Twitter at Keep It Clean Show, Instagram at the Keep It Clean Show. You know what we about to do, man. I'm about to hit Rose line right now. He's somewhere in there screaming. strip clubs in Atlanta about to be popping tonight. Lemon pepper everywhere, wings galore. Lou Will's landing the plane right now. Bow Wow is getting on the same plane with him. You know what's popping off in Atlanta. 2 Chainz owns a strip club. You know what's popping. I just found that out today as well. I didn't know he bought a strip club, but shout out to Atlanta, man. We here, NBA playoffs. It's the Keep It Clean show. We appreciate y'all being here. Again, like, comment, and subscribe. YouTube is being updated. TikTok is being updated. Follow the fellas. Follow the fellas, man. See us on Twitter. You can see us everywhere, man. But we are out.
Peace.
Every time you see me, I keep it clean like a coaster.